Alright, we're in.
Ow loud. This video is unavailable. Fuck you. Okay, there we go. Now I see that I've successfully been first, so and stuff.
Second, no, you don't understand. If you're not first, you're last.
Truth.
There are only winners and losers. And there can only be one winner.
If you're not with me, then you're against me.
Brother, ain't that the truth?
Okay.
That's Tengen Toppa. That's good.
No.
Whoops.
Oh, no. Adam, what happened?
I was too busy playing Counter-Strike 2, so my my mouse was just going crazy. And I totally headshot the general chat voice thing.
It wasn't the original Counter-Strike made on fucking Quake or something like that.
It was like Half-Life mod, I think, or something.
No.
I don't remember. It was something like that. Might have been Quake. I don't recall, but
I just like how all of FPS is just kind of spawned out of Doom existing, and you
Mhm.
can trace all of their lineage back to it.
Yeah, it is a pretty like sizable family tree, but there's a lot of like incest because they'll take inspiration from each other and stuff.
true. It's kind of like it's
I'm
very
sure jump scare.
it's very esque of
This is really the last thing we have.
Well, the last thing we found was the gizmo and the bear.
Oh, okay, that's what we were gonna talk to him about. So this tiny thing is a camera?
Yep, hold
I know it's scary how quickly we jumped into the actual game this time, but man.
There we go. For some reason, my headphones were being weird, and we're only playing the audio in one of my ears.
Left ear. It's binaural gumshoe
No.
audio to relax, fall asleep to.
No, I can mess around with my headphones and the plug, and like I can basically move the wire in a circle to create the 8D audio, and it's really stupid.
No, man.
Awesome.
If I had the package you sent me, I would have it and open it right this very second, but I do not. Because I guess getting something to my apartment complex is impossible. Much like Martin's birthday present, which let me remind you that his birthday is in March, and it is my birthday.
It's been 10 months, or 9 months or so.
Yep. A baby would have come out faster than this stupid jacket that I got him. Or I say it was me and Robbie. Group thing. Sorry.
the grain.
If you will.
Yep. It's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. It's a small, high-grade video camera, mostly used in security systems.
Hey, Doge. So it's a video camera.
It runs on a battery, which comes within the set.
Fair enough. Yeah, we're early, but we're gonna have to leave early too, so. But there's no videotape in this camera. The only way a camera can work.
It is 2001 after all.
2017.
It's 2000. Sorry, actually, no, I was wrong. It's 2002. 2001 was the previous game.
I mean, you're sort of right. It was made in the year of our Lord 2002.
Yes, and it was 2001 in the game in the previous game, and it's now
Phoenix Wright couldn't
2002.
exist in a post 9 in a pre 9/11 world.
What'd you miss?
I
Nothing.
think
You're
that
right on time.
I think that he was actually Phoenix is one of the main like lawyers in all of the insurance claims following like 9/11.
Oh, right,
He-
because they had to clarify in case one that it was his first murder case, you know.
Yeah, not that it wasn't his first case, because he had in fact been a part of like the proceedings to get the insurance claim. My one guy I know is actually like he does insurance for a living. I don't know what he. All I know is that he works for like an insurance company or something.
Whatever the hell it
And
is
their
they
insurance,
do.
yeah. And his company had like office spaces in one of the floors of like the World Trade Center, and like he was supposed
What
to
happened
go
to
there
it?
during, I don't know, dude. Supposedly you can't. Supposedly no one knows where it went to this day. It's a
Oh,
big
COVID,
mystery.
right? You can't go into the office.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
He's
He was
been
supposed
working
to
from home ever
actually.
since.
He's supposed to. He's supposed to actually fly out there and be there like on September 11th. But then his boss was like, "Hold on, I'm not gonna have you go. I'm gonna go myself because there's a new guy that we hired that I'm gonna take with me to train on this like thing we have to do." So then his boss went instead of him, and then died
Oh my god.
because it was like 9/11. It's like crazy. And
Just the complete like, oh yeah, no, that guy's boss died 9/11. The funny Ace Attorney.
All of the 9/11 jokes I've ever made just caught up to me and my heart stopped.
oh yeah, it was a terrible day. I was a first responder on the scene, and that happened.
What?
Yeah, back then I'd just gone through the academy and I wasn't a detective, so initially, prior when they first brought me on to be a detective, I had to first get joined into the force and kind of get trained. And they brought me out there as a first responder, as like a training routine thing, but then 9/11 happened and it got way more hands-on training than they had been anticipating.
Blood and bones, Mr. White. Blood and bones.
Bro, you weren't even born by the time 9/11 happened.
No, the Mr. Morgan was.
Yeah, because then
Yeah,
9/11 happened,
was-
and then a couple months later, Edward's dad died.
She was out on the streets of New York.
Yeah, I had to wade through blood and bones to try and find my brother.
Did you find him?
Hold on. Yeah, he was in North Canada. This is my this is only the camera part here, pal. Tape recorder with the tape inside it is somewhere else.
Oh, thank goodness. Because a camera without tape would be witchcraft.
Somewhere else?
The footage is changed into radio waves and it's sent to that recorder. Some high-tech technology.
So, it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it?
Hey, you know you're right.
Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
So, what is a transmitter?
It's a device that sends footage to footage the camera took to a specific destination. Using electromagnetic waves. I got a tip about that, pal.
Oh, right. I wish Ace Attorney had a Dongopedia.
Honestly, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, like, Maya, what is a video? What is a listening device?
Well, so a transmitter is...
Bro, that'd be awesome. I would cry. That'd be perfect. Oh, it's like a video version of a listening device, pal.
It looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing.
Oh, that's a timer, pal. You can set it to turn the camera on and record at a certain time with it.
You can set it for a certain time.
Yep. Let's see. This looks like it was set to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour.
8 p.m. That was the time the award ceremony ended. Nothing else happened.
That's the only thing that can happen at 8 o'clock.
It has been deemed by Steins Gate.
Exactly.
Juan Corrida's murder wasn't fated until.
There's no date set, so it's been a recording every night, I guess. What if, like, the world lines shifted while Okabe was, like, sleeping, so then he, like, went to bed and then, like, didn't feel it because he was sleeping or something, and then woke up on, like, a wildly different world line that was, like, something... So there's something crazy was different.
Yeah, he woke up in 2001 New York.
Dude,
Why?
What if Okabe was sleeping and then he, like, all of a sudden the world's line shifted and then he was awake on the, like, World Trade Center and he looked at the calendar and it was September 1st, 2001. And, like, he was there as an insurance broker intern.
No! Training a new employee. Oh, man. I'm so sorry, guy who's probably in heaven. We're not making fun of you, I swear to God.
It's the
What if-
scenario itself that is interesting to think
The
about.
idea of, like, Okabe being asleep and then, like, that would be, like, a week, because it's not like he woke up, it's like he was never, like, all of a sudden he's just
Never
awake,
asleep.
he was never asleep, and then, like, he's just, like,
I can just
there
imagine
right
the movie anime shot of him like looking out the window and then the camera zooms out slowly to reveal the World Trade Center. Oh God, I'm done. I'm no more. No, I'm
It's like-
overdosing on 9/11.
Listen, all right. Those who are in charge of Steins question mark, whenever that's coming out, we got a great idea for you. Okay, we'll really get the series back on track after Zero.
Remaster
It's
Steins
almost-
Gate 0, but every ending ends like that.
True, that'd be awesome, dude. I would cry.
I know you don't think that.
Mr. Detective, how long has it been there?
I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder.
Well, I only could start seeing it after Oldbag told me to awaken.
Then maybe.
Maybe this camera caught the murderer on tape.
What?
And if you think about the angle the bear is at,
Fed the fat bear.
it's Freddy Fazbear.
Was that the fight of?
Oh my God, Juan Corrida got his head bitten off by the Freddy Fazbear,
Dude.
and the killer reconstructed a like wax head to put back on the body, and then stabbed it with the knife.
Dude, the autopsy report didn't even get it because it was made of such good wax.
Yeah, the coroner couldn't tell the difference.
Bro, that's powerful. Bound to have had a clear shot of the whole crime, pal.
So there was a camera in the bear's eye. It's like FNAF.
And it was disguised as a present.
I'm sure it was here in the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind.
But who gave Mr. Corrida this present?
Don't know, pal. But that means that someone out there's got a video of what happened here that night.
Isn't there any way we can find out who that person is?
Isn't it possible that someone hid inside the bear costume? Perhaps
And
the
then
bear.
blew it away by.
Perhaps they're still in it.
Perhaps they're trapped inside its springs, like some sort of spring trap.
As though we're locked by the springs. No, it's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's no real way to find out.
Good night, Decker.
Oh.
Is there really no way to find out?
The Freddy Fazbear.
Oh, I got it.
What?
Hey, pal, let me borrow this mini camera for a bit.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go around the electronics shops and see if I can find out who bought it.
But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m. Best Buy closes at 8.
I'll leave it to me. Even if I have to search all night, I'll find your man, pal. Oh yeah, baby. It's investigating time.
You're a lot more energetic when you're not getting paid.
I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Oh, yeah.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Like Golden Freddy.
I'm sorry, I don't... What? Pearl?
But Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man. He's pushing himself so hard for Mystic Maya's sake.
Who would, right out the gate, just fucking chastise us?
Can you find the bear? Hey guys, I have a challenge for you. This upcoming October 27th, when the Five Nights at Freddy's movie comes out, I challenge you to see if you can spot the hidden Freddy Fazbear.
Spot the hidden.
If you
Freddy
guys want
Fazbear.
to make a drive, a very silly drive for a very silly reason, every single person in Smash Club we're going to try and get to watch the FNAF movie. So if you want to be there for this giant clump of people all going to see this movie.
I would love to, but I'm probably just gonna see it at the movie theater near my house.
Exactly, right. But since it's worked out so well because, like, I don't think I can explain this. Can you join? Sure. But FNAF is pretty important to our club for some stupid naming convention reason. And
Okay.
we have our tournaments on Fridays, right? So
Right.
October 27th is a Friday. So after the club, we might try and get at the very least the board members, if not everybody, to go see FNAF.
I respect it.
We
Yeah, I'm probably
interrupt
going
this
on, like,
live
that,
stream
like,
to bring you
Saturday afterwards.
Courage the Cowardly Dog Show, starring Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Saturday.
Abandoned as a pup, he was found by Muriel, who lives in the middle of nowhere with her husband, Eustace Bag. Gah, but creepy stuff happens in.
Oh, but I think it's G-Man.
You think?
Is it?
No?
It's Morgan Freeman. It's the first time he's ever had spoken dialogue.
Oh,
It's
shit.
a mystery how you always manage to do things in the most inefficient ways, right? Morgan Freeman.
No, it's Edgeworm. Stupid Edgeworm. You made me look bad. Well, you have to excuse me. I just heard your conversation just now.
Edgeworm, what are you doing here?
Well, rescue team has been created and deployed.
You got it, Mr. Edgeworth. We'll go find my FA. Yes, sir.
They're willing to listen to anything I say, so I can't say I'm optimistic, but you have to move forward one step at a time.
You sent the Edgeworth guys? Are you serious?
Mr. Edgeworth.
I see. Thanks.
Don't thank me yet. We still have to find her.
Mr. Edgeworth, she's not in the Big Bear.
I don't think she would be hidden in there.
I don't know. I've heard of people getting stuffed inside animal costumes.
Yeah, small children. I think Maya's a little larger than that, right?
Maya's the small pink 8-year-old one, right?
Yeah. Wait, no.
Oh, I found her! Here you go, Mr. Edgeworth. Like one of the Mr. Edgeworth guys picks her up and hands her to her, or him.
Thank you for your service. You get 20 edge coin.
Oh my god! In this market? That's crazy. I'm the richest edge coin man in the world.
I keep on just telling them that I'm giving them edge coin numbers. I'm not actually giving them any.
Edge coin is always going up. It's always going up, and I keep sitting around thinking that's gonna happen.
It's always getting more valuable.
I just keep on inventing numbers, and they keep on taking them.
According to all of the YouTubers I watch, they say edge coin is going up.
All the YouTubers are like them.
Yeah, there's there's a whole like community of people that just like exist that are only Mr. Edgeworth people.
Said it was a spy camera hidden inside this stuffed animal. I'm surprised There were that many stuffed animals in this room.
I know. Did you see any before? I didn't.
No, this old woman decided to shoot me and then say awaken, and all of a sudden they appeared.
I know. Look, I can prove it too. When this picture was taken, there were no stuffed bears in this room. But now there are. We've been awakened.
You're one lucky man, right?
What? Huh?
Do you know this stuffed bear, little girl? Of course not. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade, and only a small number of these are exported here.
What?
The camera and the transmitter that Scatterbrain detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different.
Oh, right. Spies are us. Spy camera depot.
By tracking how it got into this country, this bear can tell us who the buyer is. Can you really do that? Mr. Nick, can you really do that? I
Well,
think he's lying. We gotta kill him.
whoa, hold on. Can't we just check if he's lying first? Well, killing Mr. Edgeworth. I guess so.
It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it in time.
Hmm?
If only I had my car.
Oh.
Is there any way I can, like, help you with that, legally speaking?
Probably not. It's just gonna keep on being dragged out.
Oh. You're not defending
I'll be-
yourself, are you?
Well, I'm the one prosecuting. I'm the one suing him
Ah.
for damages.
But you're acting as your own attorney.
Well, I only hire the best.
Okay.
But I'll be taking this for now. I'm sure you two will have other things you have to do.
No, it's my bear. Give it back.
See you soon, right?
I wasn't done playing with it. Wait,
What?
why are you doing this?
I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, right? Until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Juan Carida?
The real killer?
Do you really still think it was Adrian Andrews?
To be honest, I don't know anymore.
You still have a little time left. Find the truth, right? Everything begins with the truth.
Juan Carida's real killer. Mrs. Andrews' past. The kidnapper whose sole condition is an acquittal for Mr. On Guard. And this card. Shelley the Killer. And that really nice butler. Maya, the only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. But as you said, all I can do for now is find the truth. Oh shit, that was all we had left in the... God damn it.
Womp womp.
Or wait, no, I think there's more investigating. It's just being nice and letting us save.
A quick note: I'd forgotten to do the sock thing. Strummer so kindly reminded me.
Oh, that was a very subtle reminder.
So I put the poll thing into the chat. You know, there's two colors. One's worth 2.5. The other one's worth 0.5. Know that your first, first, if you're doing this into the chat, the first color you say will be your color 1, and the second one is the other color. So it is, the order does matter. This
Okay.
is a not a set. This is a sequence or whatever.
White and
yeah.
black.
Okay.
Alright, let's see. I'm gonna go with...
Let's say
I'm gonna go brown and white.
black, Adam, brown, white. Okay.
I think that's everybody.
Is that everybody?
Yeah.
If you guys want, I can tell the answer right now, or we can let it count down if anybody wants to change their answer.
Let's let it simmer a little bit.
Okay, think on it, guys.
It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? It's past bedtime. I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth already found Mystic Maya. They have a whole task team.
A task force of maybe the most loyal yet incompetent team members I've ever seen. But these things take time. I'd say probably not. The police and the Mr. Edgeworth task force are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay.
But while Mr. Edgeworth was holding me, he slipped me an edge coin. I don't know what this means.
Is it like a physical thing, or did he just tell you that he slipped you an edge coin?
Well, he like whispered it as he was leaving with the bear.
I think the Mr. Edgeworth guys will probably pay a lot of money to have that.
You're right.
You're a very rich young lady. Oh, we... So, Pearl. Oh, and I am curious as to your theories about this. Because it feels like I never catch up with you guys about what you actually think happened or what's going on or anything. You know, it's more than solving the puzzles. I'm curious.
So it's not the bellboy. It's actually Freddy Fazbear.
Oh, right. That's why I don't ask. I forgot. Thanks. No, but like, seriously.
It's the bellboy.
Nah. Alright.
Like,
So the real person...
he's obviously working for Matt on guard. So no wonder he wants him to have an acquittal.
Meaning that, like, Mr. Ungard hired the assassin?
No, that the assassin has some sort of weird attachment to Mr. On Guard.
Oh, okay.
And so he's just like... He wants an acquittal for him while blaming somebody else, so he can still get away with it.
Hmm.
So Adrian Andrews being a perfect scapegoat, I mean, it makes sense. But that's just my thoughts. Nothing too complicated.
Gotcha.
But if you want me to repeat something complicated, I could do the entire FNAF story if you guys want.
We already have that cut, dry, and recorded as the finale of the FNAF Smash Nuzlocke thing. No need, we have the tapes. Oh, but Ivan, we can do the sock thing now, unless you'd like to furnish us with your thoughts about...
About the murder or what?
Both.
I don't know. I mean, we did with the Magatama thing. We did only ask him if he killed him. So, like, you know, he could have not killed him, but if he did hire him, that wouldn't have thrown away all. He still could. In theory, he could have hired him, but the Magatama wouldn't have proven that he didn't hire him since we asked him, "Did you kill him?" So that could be it could be that thing, that whole kind of thing going there. Maybe I'll say maybe Matt Ongard could be in relation to that. He didn't kill him, but maybe he did for some reason hire him. Who knows? There could be more than meets the eye there.
That'd be fucked up, because, like, this game is played under the pretense of, like, defending your client.
True, and that would be an interesting mix-up here in this case. So, I guess only time will tell. In regards to my socks, Steven, unfortunately, you're sitting at a fat 0.
That doesn't bode well.
Strummer, that's also 0. Doge, you're at 0.5.
Oh, that's not good for me.
Martin and Adam, you're at 0.
Damn.
Damn Doge, you won again. I'll say that. Okay, so the color of these socks. Okay, I'll say I was conflicted about everybody that says black. I was thinking of giving you guys partial points, but I decided against it for this
Was
case.
it a dark navy blue?
Midnight blue.
Oh, so I hardcore made sequence matter. So since you guys did not give me black, and they're pretty much all black, but there is a fuck. Hold on. There's a right there. There's a Polo Ralph Lauren gray piece of threading logo on it, so that was why there was the 0.5 of gray.
I would have gotten 2.5 points if I just swapped the order of mine.
Yes.
Oh
You
man.
would've. So I was thinking after I read the first one that had black in it, I was like, they got the important color right, but just not in the right order. So I felt like I should give them partial points, but then I decided nah. So that's not that that's always going to be the case, but it's whatever my whims deem it. So unfortunately, tonight there were no partial points. And yes, Doge, you did win. And I was thinking if somebody said silver, since this gray thread is very shiny, I was going to give him double 0.5 points to make it a whole point, but nobody said silver, so.
I'll win the
Yes,
goddamn
Doge, you
sock
won.
thing one of these times, I swear.
Hey, we'll get around to it. Remember, Doge, you just got to send your request by the end of the stream, before the end of the stream. Once the stream ends, that privilege is removed. You get one shot only.
So the real person who killed Mr. Kurita was...
The assassin, Mr. Shelley D. Killoff, right?
And the card Mrs. Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who was his client?
Oh, you mean who asked for the murder?
That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. But whoever this client is, they're still a killer.
Oh, you know what? Here's a new Soul Read hard call.
Yeah.
It might have been Francisca.
She plans this murder so that she has a, impossible case for Phoenix to beat him.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. And then shoots her own shoulder?
Hey, bro, if you want
Well,
to get away
maybe
with
the
it, you
being
gotta go
shot in
all
the
in.
shoulder was a coincidence, but her hiring D Killer just because Phoenix Wright has proved her wrong time and time again.
Okay, and the killer likely not knowing the name of, or who hired him, maybe, right? Maybe it was done anonymously, shoots the prosecutor in order to, help Phoenix. And then Edgeworth just shows up and kicks his ass anyway, so a lot of help that did.
Doge,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you, sorry, continue, Martin, before I...
Well, I was just gonna say, as Pearl, yeah, that.
Alright, Doge, you can either get the full light novel list, or you can have me explain all of the choices in my one that I already sent you. So you can either get the full list now, and then next time you win, have me explain everything, because explaining everything's going to take a little bit, because there's a lot of characters on there.
And you are not doing it here.
I'm not doing it here
now.
No, I don't intend to do it here, but so you can either... Because I'm giving you the option to refine this here, Doge, because I like your request, and I love explaining my opinions. So you can either have me explain my rationale for the list I already sent you, or make you the full list, and then maybe next time you can have me explain my choices. Make your decision now.
You have 5 seconds.
So, do you think it was Miss Andrews?
I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself?
But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then no, it can't be.
Madame Guard himself?
Well, if Mr. God really did hire the assassin,
Then he's not innocent at all. Far from it. He'd be guilty of the crime.
but he can't be Mr. God, right? He'd be guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty! Guilty!
I mean, when we first talked with him,
Mr. Ungard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Garita? Alright, just so we're clear, dear, I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Garita. I didn't see any Cyclops at that time. Actually, that reminds me.
what did you remember something, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, something Mrs. Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting.
So what was the interesting thing?
Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls? Haha.
Mhm.
Well, Mia keeps on being like, no, I want to be alive again. I want to be alive again. I'm like, no, I want to watch FNAF videos with, you know, my own god. So, because he looks like MetPat, and
He does bear a
that's
striking
more important.
resemblance.
That's more important than Mia being alive again. I'm sorry. But Juan had not bet everything on the Gem and Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, then he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. It looks like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Mr. Ungod's secret. What is this secret?
I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Kurita was going to reveal this secret. That means...
What was in the FNAF box?
I don't know. No one knows.
That's
Mr.
the
Ungard had
secret.
plenty of motive to have Mr. Kurita silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Ungard. There's no way around it now. Guess there's no way around it. Oh,
We're gonna get killed by old bag in the hole.
please no. I don't know how many more years she can take.
It's getting really late. It's late.
Yeah, it's past 9 already. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of this secret Mr. Kurita held about Mr. Ungard, and Mrs. Andrews' real intentions. These are 2 things I must know tonight.
But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center?
I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. I'll tunnel in there. I at the risk of seeing Biggie Tom again, I was one of his favorite bitches, as he's put it. But that's a risk I'm gonna take. No. Yes. Hey, wait.
What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is that nothing that has to do with you is ever good.
Likewise.
Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason. And I was told to use it to search the whole hotel.
That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made?
I don't know, and frankly I don't care. But the request came from Edgy Poo, so...
Edgeworth?
And he said...
If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer.
Why do you keep making my life harder?
So I'm going to feel free to direct all my anger towards you.
Gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworm. What a pal you are. Asshole.
This is absolutely top secret, so you'd better keep it to yourself. I heard they found a spy camera hidden as one of the presents.
How did you... Very interesting.
I'm sure it was, you know. It was to catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting.
Scandalous? What's that?
It means, you know, that gossip's been going around about my dear Juan.
Oh, you mean that thing about Mrs. Andrews? But I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Kurita.
I'll let you in on one secret, Yarden. I know who planted the spy camera. It was that obnoxious puffy-haired photographer girl. The nerve of some people. Spying on people by herself. As if I wouldn't want to see that for myself, too.
Well, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change.
I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but that could be... I can bet it's nothing good.
You can zap me with rays, you can show me hidden bears, you can read my mind. What can't you do, Wendy Oldbag? I didn't say anything.
So you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I heard it, they were something of a refreshing pair, those two.
Yeah, she crossed the dimensional border without her papers. Oh?
I tell you, Juan is really welcomed at that manager with open arms, I heard.
Who, that manager? And who are you talking about?
You don't know? The manager woman Juan had? It's a shame she killed herself, though.
Oh! You're talking about Miss Celeste Impacts? Ms. Andrew's mentor, right?
Yes, that one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard. Married?
True.
You mean to Mr. Karita?
Really? You young kids today don't know anything, do you?
I just can't believe the... It's a shame she killed herself.
Truly is a shame.
Well, that girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement.
3 days after their marriage announcement. What in the...
That's intense.
Why would Miss Impacts want to kill herself? She was gonna get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan. I'm in charge of the music. But they were gonna get married, right? They promised each other, right? Well, they held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage.
Oh,
Is that true?
drama.
It was in the weekly magazines. But why? Why would he do that? This was not in the magazines, unfortunately.
I see.
That night after Juan called off the wedding, that manager, Celeste, killed herself.
That's funny. Is it just that they keep like showing this picture? Is it like his
They
crazy
keep-
eyeballs or
Really everything, like all of the above, just like just the way they're talking about it, and then just also like hearing the old bag voice. Just yes, 3 days after she was married, she killed herself.
Oh,
It's
terrible.
like a,
And then how terrible.
I wonder what happened between those two.
That's a good question.
Don't think we have anything to show her, but we'll keep that in mind. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. It looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down.
Celeste Impacts had no Skibbity Ohio Riz.
True.
It doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here.
Well, he's out there with that camera asking around at all the electronics stores.
Then I'll make some salad for him for dinner.
It looks like Pearls really appreciates what Gumshoe's doing for us.
Okay, come here, Charlie.
No. He is not salad. Charlie is a friend, not food.
But, Mr. Nick,
It's like the one thing that coexists between two series. I don't know that I can explain that to you very well.
where's the lettuce?
I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before.
Oh, I guess I have to give up on making a salad then.
Guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. Damn, no salad.
Well, we're not even gonna investigate Charlie
Oh, I should have, you're
for
right.
salad ingredients.
I know. We're not using Charlie.
Bro, you being real right now? Be real right now.
What?
We're not using him for salad,
Nah.
bro.
Damn, Brett. Oh, salad. What?
Yeah, David Cross from Persona 5, all he wanted to do was just make Joker a salad.
Yeah.
Damn, Brett elf salad.
Visiting hours ended a few hours ago. Looks like we're not going to get a chance to talk with Mr. On Guard tonight.
But
I'm really sorry.
Listen, I'm sorry, but you just can't talk to her right now.
isn't what we have to ask very important?
Yeah, but I don't think that matters to the guard. Well, I'm sure he appreciates our plight, but it's not like he can do anything. So what the hell can we do in the meantime? The blue bastard. Oh, I forgot to check up with Charlie.
It feels sort of intense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened.
Feels like the blue man is staring at me.
It
My head.
it's got like no eye sockets, but they do feel like they follow you when you move, you know? You're Mr. Unguard's lawyer, right? Yes, sir. Oh, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness. A decisive witness? Was there any precedent for the chief guy that sometimes talks to us at Gumshoe's house, or like, no?
I think it was usually you.
It was usually you.
Okay. Yeah. You mean for the Unguard case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. Come on, you can't just find more witnesses. I was there. Who else was?
Who is the witness?
I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer. I say.
Mr. Nick?
Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here. Oh yeah, Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission. So there you go.
What?
I've already called them, so they know. Go on, go talk to your heart's content. Actually, I got a couple phone calls just a minute ago from, oh, I forget their names, but I got called 3 times in a row by these nice guards that work down there at the courthouse and the detention center.
Are they also Mr. Edgeworth guys?
No, they were different. Oh, you know those fellers that follow around the prosecutor?
They're scary. They keep on asking for my edge coin. How do they know I have one? They didn't tell anyone.
They just know, Missy. They just know. Seriously, I had to put a sign out front that said, Mr. Edgeworth does not live here, just because, like, they think that... They keep calling this place Gumshoe's house, which it's not. He does not live here, and he doesn't work here anymore. But, like, they think that Mr. Edgeworth... I guess Mr. Edgeworth and Gumshoe have, like, sleepovers at Gumshoe's house, which is a flawed in premise on so many points. But just go on. Go over there. Alright, go talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much.
This is such good news, Mr. Nick. We're at Gumshoe's house.
Missy, no. Gumshoe does not work here, let alone live here. He was a good cadet. He was out there, 2001, getting his recruit training.
Oh, so that was when Mr. Morgan was.
Oh, perfect timing for my 9/11 joke. Hey, Nick and 4. Go talk to your heart's content. It sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag.
It's not his name.
What?
Bottle of lotion. That's not his name.
Appellation?
Mountains?
Yeah, I've heard his name butchered, mispronounced, misspelled, like, an infinite number of ways.
Granted, this game's having Pearl say Mr. Nick over and over again is not going to be confusing in the
Yeah.
slightest.
It's true. I'm sure they must have transferred Mrs. Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. Unguard and Mrs. Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? And if you haven't played Ace Attorney before, now is a really great spot to jump in.
Yeah, the final case of the second game.
Yeah. You know, because of the watch order of things, people actually recommend you start right at this instant. So, you know, you guys are in a really unique position.
The
Don't
watch
leave.
order is
No.
very achronological.
So here you can, but if you want to go through it like release order, you can pause the stream right here, go play the entirety of the first game and the entirety of the second game up to this point, and then resume. And don't worry, I'll wait for you guys right here until that happens.
Martin, do you have any preference?
Mountain Guard first.
Okay.
As much as I like doing Adrian Andrews, I need some mental prep to...
Right, to put on your sexiest voice.
Yeah.
Ace Endeavor does sound kind of cool. Maybe that's what he was called before he was a lawyer. Dude, it's Mr. Right. I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you.
I hope so too.
I'm free!
Finally, the bottom of his arm and his lower torso. We can finally see part of it.
Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me by saying,
I'm bored. I'm playing iPad.
that one Cryo was killed by an assassin, and that assassin's client is...
Hello, base department?
This man, Matt Ongard.
What's wrong?
Mr. Ongard, there's something I must know with 100% certainty.
You seem kind of different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. Like, hey, Mr. Ongard, I believe in you. You're awesome and the best, and you want to be my best friend and give me your gushers.
No. I want my gushers.
Can I have like one? I'm in jail. They don't even have any gushers in here.
But do you have like
Let's go through Biggie Tom.
you got like Doritos? I give you one of my gushers for a Dorito.
I have tasteless brown mush in loose peas in my pocket.
I'm not giving you that for gushers. You need to ask your mom to pack you better lunches for prison.
But Adrian didn't give me anything good.
So she is your mom.
No, how many times? What? What'd I say?
Oh, he should seriously get packed some better lunches. Can't live off Biggie Tom forever. About the press conference.
You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai?
Yeah, I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews.
God damn it!
No prep for you.
Can't escape her.
Batman with no prep time.
It looks like somehow Juan had his hands in a secret.
Hey
so
Adam,
powerful
happy International
that it would
Blessings of the
destroy-
Fishing Fleet Day. Hope you celebrated well.
I didn't, thanks, but God bless.
This is Fishing Fleet Day. Interesting. Could you please fill me in on what this secret is?
Oh shit.
Damn, he's locked down hard.
Is this the first 5?
Yeah,
I think so.
Mr. Nick, don't tell me. He doesn't actually have any packed lunch, does he?
You said a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude?
Do you know about Mr. Karida and Miss Andrews' relationship?
Well, I mean, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. I was scolded every time I asked Mrs. Andrews. Look, how many times do I have to tell you?
Like a spray bottle.
Oh, stop! I'll be good, I'll be good. Look, I don't care what Juan did with his life.
Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Karida.
Yeah, Mr. Credit's not even my real dad.
Her mentor was Mr. Karida's manager. Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Impact's suicide note from him.
Celeste.
Does that jog any memories?
I don't know, let me check my memory bank. Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat.
A pizza party?
Yeah, we'll have a pizza party. Then can I have a gusher?
Okay.
Thank God I have actor money.
Mr. Nick, wait, what is a pizza? Is it kind of like a pea? A green peas?
Dang it, she caught me in my wordplay. Yeah, it was just these mushy beans I have in my pocket.
Yeah.
Let's go eat one later, okay? A real pizza, not whatever he's yet.
Oh, I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. Something about I can't deliver to the state penitentiary.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Look, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay? Yes, free.
Mr. On Guard, are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way?
Damn it. They got me locked up, dude.
We got him down on lock.
Oh, we could show them something. I doubt we're ready for this, especially because all of our evidence was taken away by various people.
True.
Yeah, all 3 of those new things are gone.
Granted, we could ask him about the bellboy.
Ah,
About this person.
he's
But he's your butler, Mr. Doe, right? We met him at your mansion.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's a pretty cool dude who can do lots of things. He takes really good care of me. I call him Grampy Paw.
Bro, he's another age.
Oh, shit. Is it? I guess the killer, like,
He's
lineage.
the first murderer.
Yeah. Shit. Was that the real killer or the real? Well, Ugly Grog was a theft, right? Or did it end in a murder?
Was it a theft?
Man, interesting. We're learning more about this case.
There's a lot about that case that's unknown.
The statute of limitations on it is kind of up because it's like been since the beginning of time.
It was made before the statute of limitations. We could. Anything you guys want to ask him about? You want to like talk to Andrews instead, or?
What does he have to say about Celeste? Mr. On Guard.
Dude, I know I asked you to be my lawyer and all, but I don't think I have to tell you anything and everything.
What do you mean by that?
It just means I don't have to tell you anything and everything, dude. It's cryptic as hell.
Fucking music dies down.
Because I think if we swing back, it'll ask us again who we want to. Yeah.
Cringe department.
Let's talk to AA.
Yeah, let's talk to the cringe department.
AA battery.
Oh fuck.
Oh, it's you.
I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight.
Me. I thought your client was Matt.
Well, I mean, if I take both of your cases... No, I'm just kidding. Sure, Mrs. Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about this secret Mr. Kurita had over Mr. On Guard. So... I'd like to ask you about Mr. Matt On Guard, if you don't mind.
Well, Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean.
You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. On Guard. Is it just because he's extremely dependent on you? Like, I get the irony with your whole thing, but look, if that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival?
That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing.
Miss Andrews, I know I haven't been a lawyer for long, but no time has anyone ever said that to me and had it be true.
You ever wonder why my collarbones are sticking through my shirt?
Because you're a skinny lady?
Or it's a tight shirt?
No. I've been confused by it since the moment I first saw it. It's like, it's a turtleneck sleeveless sweater? Is only that part of you cold? Look, about Miss Celeste Impacts.
I'd finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all coming back to the surface.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back and burn it.
You wanted to burn it? But why?
I didn't want it to spread just like another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid.
The suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why did you try and frame Mr. On Guard?
That's simple, because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police?
No, they're doing the thing where they play every single Ace Attorney up to right here and then come back. So they might be a little while.
Yeah, they'll be back.
Yeah,
It'll take a bit.
they'll be back. They're just getting milk and cigarettes, that's all.
Yeah. But there had to be another way.
The police are excellent at doing their job. In Ace Attorney, everyone knows it, so they'd figure it out, right?
Yes, they're so good that they can. They're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Miss Andrews.
Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason. So please, tell me why you did what you did.
Only if you put my case on r/am I the asshole, so you prove I'm not the asshole.
Okay.
Bro, she's just trying to farm some Reddit karma off this whole time.
I wouldn't want it to spread like another piece of gossip. Reddit, am I the
Bro, she's dependent on that Reddit karma.
Yeah, she's dependent on the
Oh,
approval
no.
of she's dependent on the approval of others she gets from r/am I the asshole.
The amount of confidence she has at any given day is just how many Reddit updates she got.
So true.
Lordy, lordy, lordy.
Revenge. Did you see something just now? I wasn't paying attention. I was on Reddit.
Oh my god. Whoa.
Well, don't you understand? I was combining the two. You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy. That smack was timed really well.
I'm sure I just heard Mrs. Andrews say, revenge.
We probably got the evidence for revenge.
Think so? It's very rare I've found that you roll up and then have enough evidence instantly, but I guess if it's like the last thing that you do, I don't know. We'll see.
Only one way to find out.
Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. On Guard for the murder?
I already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer.
No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. On Guard. Mrs. Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge.
So are you saying I was talking about my revenge on Matt? That's why? What an absurd idea. I didn't have anything I wanted to take revenge for.
Ms. Andrews, woman who lives by being dependent on other people and then getting mad at Matt on Guard for doing the same thing. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. God, mother... Damn it. Bitch.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter for this, because we just kind of permanently stay at 1.
Yeah,
Well-
no, that's perfect. Then we're going to the little sliver of health.
No, it does matter, because it will kick you out of the entire thing if you miss one thing.
Alright, let's see. Now,
Oh, we
there's
only got
one that would make her take revenge.
Well, maybe that card she was carrying the entire time. Ooh.
What profiles are we working with?
The usual suspects.
Bro, it's herself, Just of her own wanting to be, yeah.
Are you trying to help or hurt Matt with what you're doing?
Depends on who says the answer.
That random haphazard throwing of evidence you're so fond of doing.
Look, that's not what I was trying to do at all.
Then refrain from doing it anymore?
I wish I could. Okay.
Let's see what she says to the bellboy. Even though he is clearly very innocent.
What connects him to Mrs.
I
Andrews?
mean, would she have like? Because like, I mean, because if so, like, let's say Matt Ongard or whatever did hire him, or like, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, that's just why I'm curious, right? I wanted to test it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the first fucking thing, sure.
Okay.
Ow! Like, he just asks the same question, gives a different answer, and then, like, spasms and does it again. I'm using my lawyer powers. Mrs. Andrews.
Bro, it's that still.
You know, Steel
Celeste
Samurai
Impact.
hasn't been irrelevant for a long time.
I feel like.
Oh,
Is that
Celeste.
so? Is this the answer?
I heard you say it, so I presented it.
Yeah, no, I'm saying so. Is this the answer? I feel like that's like.
Kind of obvious.
Yes!
Oh, I feel,
Of course
feel like
it
it's,
is!
well,
Sorry.
you know, but we were already talking about her. Why do we even need a cyclock here then?
I don't think that's the only thing you need. Like, it's not one cyclock equals one piece of evidence. It's like, not exactly. So this is just the intro to it. Probably, I think.
Okay.
I see. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I see where you're coming from now at this point.
Yeah, I'm just kind of. I was thinking that they were getting at something else because we were already talking about like her before or whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
like of
So I
course.
was just like,
I feel like we've kind of. It would reveal something about Celeste, like bringing up something else.
I
You
think
know?
that's what we're getting into right this second.
okay.
Celeste.
There's only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings, and even revenge. And that's Mrs. Impact's suicide.
Well, what are you trying to say? Celeste was just Juan's manager. On top of that, the one who hit her suicide note was Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt?
You're right. You haven't mentioned him. Yet. But for you to hate Mr. Ungard, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Mrs. Impact's and her suicide.
Well, can you explain this relation between Celeste and Matt?
No. I don't think we can.
Well, do we not have any evidence that says that
I
Celeste
mean,
was...
have we heard anything about them?
No. Yeah, none of these mention Matt.
What's that photo?
This one?
Boom, right there.
I
Oh shoot! I thought that was gonna be it.
think we got some legwork to do. Gumshoe's
Granted,
hat.
we actually can go to Matt's house, right? But
Who the heck is Everett? Okay. Here's another dialogue heavy game series with a lot of story that's happened before you got here, but I'll do my best. I'm gonna take a stab at who this is. Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me.
Uh-oh.
okay, Mr. Powers hasn't. I was assuming he had to come back at some point. That's what I was gonna guess at earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Powers?
What happened? Why are you here? And why are you looking at Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh, this is just my napkin. I took some from the hotel. I think that's why they brought me in. Look, you see, I got roped into this somehow.
What?
And now I'm gonna testify at tomorrow's trial as a napkin thief
Well, where'd your napkins go?
in my pocket.
Was
Well,
they on your neck originally?
I
What
was
happened?
just holding it up to my face.
Bro, that's tough. I'd be crying.
I am. That's not sweat.
Oh. So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers.
I was talking with the detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home. And then all of a sudden, you there, you're under arrest, pal, and I was brought back here. Except he didn't say pal, because it wasn't Gumshoe, because he would have been nicer.
Oh.
He said my face and whole self in general looked suspicious or something.
Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious.
I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime?
A little.
Really?
Don't like exercise.
You gotta exercise. You gotta stay in shape.
Why?
How else are you gonna grow up to be big and strong?
You're right. I should exercise.
Yeah.
So, about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about?
Oh shit, Everett. Okay, before I forget, and again, we don't have to talk about this now, but I just wanted to mention to you that me and Ivan watched, what was it called? Shit.
Something undefeated Bahamut.
Yeah.
Something.
Watched like 4 or 5 episodes.
I think we got through 5.
Yeah.
That's just fire.
Absolute fire.
That shit is fire.
And I'm gonna call it right now. I was like using all 3 brain cells to try and figure out which one your favorite was, and I'm gonna hard call it right now. I know what I said before, but I'm changing it. It was the blue one, right? They all have crazy ass names. Crucifer. It's her, right?
Crucifer.
Like seriously, that show's names are nuts. There was
From Crucifer, a woman named Philip. The main character guy's name is Lux. Someone named Liz Shart.
Liz Shart was fucking weird.
What the fuck?
Fucking, like, what was it, like fucking Talfar or something?
Yeah,
I don't, like...
It's better than the standard Japanese names. Wait, one of them. Isn't there one blue one? European. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if Liz Fart is particularly European. Sorry.
Yeah, Count Butt Munch. Oh, okay. I was guessing if you had to pick one. I knew you would call dibs on all of them. I figured that much, but I thought, given the plot relevance, if you want.
It's
Oh.
really good, Doge. It's really good, but you need to finish watching. You get caught up with Mushoku Tensei first.
I need to watch all of One Piece.
The blonde one. Like the main character
Okay.
blonde one, or the secondary blonde one that we haven't met yet?
Yeah, there's 2 blonde ones.
Or as yellow-haired, as I haven't put it.
Yeah, yellow-haired.
Oh, I don't really know yet. Main one, okay.
I mean, I think they're both main ones.
No, I know, but he, like,
So you're talking about the one that appears first?
yeah. But it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me.
Doge, just give me like 5 seasons, 5 or 6 seasons. What the fuck do you mean you'll catch up when it's finished?
I mean, season 2 isn't finished, right? Isn't it like 1 or 2
I mean,
episodes
season
away from finishing?
No, season 2 part 1's done.
Oh, well, part 1.
I mean, yeah, but like it's, you know, like the first 12 episodes of it, and then it's like the other 12 are gonna come out in like 6 months or something, so it's like basically done. Doge, quit being stupid. You saw something important. What was it? Well, okay, okay. You know what, Everett?
You
I
know
respect
how
that
little
choice.
that narrows it down? I'm just kidding.
I can True. I can respect that choice though.
It was a fun watch.
You saw something important. What was it?
Oh, well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, and especially not that lawyer, he said. Even though Detective Gumshoe is the only detective.
But what do you think that lawyer, the detective, was talking about?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's me.
You're a lawyer?
Yeah, you got it, Pearls. He's a lawyer.
If by a month, Doge, you mean like 6 months? Yeah.
Well, Mr. Nick, Mr. Maya and myself are your only two allies in the whole world, but it's alright.
Ouch. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I?
Damn. This is gonna do a lot of damage to Matt, you know.
That was a good pose. I liked him like crossing his arms. It was funny.
Just harumph.
Yeah.
Well, because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going.
Will Powers is a half-elf, dude. Look at his fucking ears.
He is elven.
True.
And dwarvish. I think he's both.
Bro.
And part giant. He's a fantasy creature for sure.
Truth. But what's he really like?
Oh, this pose?
Yeah, this pose is good.
When Matt on guard gets no gushers. Well, let's
True.
see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say, "Oh, it's just a game," to justify himself.
What? How horrible. It's unforgivable.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. But, you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me.
One person who wouldn't swoon over him.
His manager. You know, Miss Adrian Andrews.
Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic?
Oh, you see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in their world have this dazzling sort of image, right?
So true. Dazzling sort of image, but aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers?
No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen, and you know what? It's kind of the best position to be in.
Well, that's true.
Oh, hey. So did you hear about this yet? About Mrs. Andrews' mentor and her suicide?
You mean Miss Impacts?
Well, we heard something about how her wedding was cancelled. And also if that info got out that she'd kill herself.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That thing everyone knows, that if it got out, she'd kill herself. I thought about it a little the other day. And about that mysterious death. Hey,
Did
Mr.
she
Wright.
went through with it?
Andrews? No. Well, she's in prison, so I think they've got her on suicide watch. No
Well,
one's
so
ever
is
died.
Jeff-
No one's ever. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Hey, Mr. Wright. Why don't you go and ask me about that? Come on, go ahead.
Mr. Powers is so charged up, his skin is practically grow. Dude, I'm becoming Asian. I can't get my R's or L's right. Practically, what the fuck? Okay, whatever.
Practically glowing with electricity.
I think you mean practically growing with electricity.
Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note.
Mordecai, Ridgie, if you don't testify against Phoenix Wright in order to make him lose the case, you're fired. Come on, Bonson.
And they say that Juan went and hid it.
Yeah, we heard about that today in court. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note.
Oh, well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on the note. Something bad for Juan, that is.
Or something bad for Mr. Corrido? I got it.
You figure so.
What? Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends, and she said, "It looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man."
Truly insidious man.
I got it!
Dude, what if he actually sent instead of getting rid of the notes, sent it as a text message to the future? Notes arrived in Phoenix's inbox. Truly insidious man. Did she mean Mr. Karida by that?
Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note.
I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Mr. Ongard and Miss Andrews, they're both at the detention center right now. There's still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I actually have the two of them to tell me everything.
That's the text message.
True.
It's funny that this ringtone is going off with the Steel Samurai sitting right there.
True.
Mr. Nick, your phone.
Alright. Oh. Hey, that's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it?
I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now.
I composed it myself.
Sounds kind of ominous.
Yeah, I know.
Hello?
We're in trouble right now, pal. I'll be back to the office really soon.
What's wrong?
Something really unexpected just happened. Mr. Edgeworth,
Edgeworth.
Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pal. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's no good. And
Hello? You got cut off.
What's going on, Mr. Nick?
Gumshoe said we need to go back to the office right away.
Wait, aren't we already here? Or you mean the office that we own?
We, our office. But, I'm scared to go back.
What are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Pull yourself together.
Maybe it'll be good news. Somehow I doubt that.
Guys, if we just never go back to the Right and Call Law offices, then
Nothing bad will happen.
True.
Where you going, Mr. Nick? Let's go to Guard's house instead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see what he has to say.
It looks like no one's around.
What happened to that person with the scuffed teddy face?
Oh, she must mean that butler with the stitches on his face.
Shoo! Oh, there you are. I guess you're still awake, huh, Shoo? Come on, let's play.
Right. I'm too scared, so I distracted her with a cat. I wonder if that butler, Mr. Doe, is really asleep or not. Alright, we'll go back to Phoenix's house.
Edgeworth is dead.
What took you so long, pal? Mr. Edgeworth couldn't stick around forever and had to go.
That was Morgana, but considering Phoenix hasn't been to the metaverse, he can't understand what Morgana is saying, so it's just meow to him. Well, what happened?
Oh, we got him. We know about the spy camera.
Eh?
This quickly?
And this bear's what gave him away, pal.
The bear.
I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking at the bear's camera.
But wasn't it Mr. Edgeworth?
Shh. And? Go on.
There's only one person who bought one of these bears who's related to this crime.
Lot of heart.
Well, who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in a room with an invisible bear?
Matt on guard.
Damn it.
Matt on guard, your client. That's who, pal.
Damn it. And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought this bear was...
I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase.
It's a long receipt.
The 3,800, pal. That's the exact match to the price of that stuffed bear.
Receipt. That's all you have?
No, that's not just a receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. Told me I'm sure I sold that bear to Mr. Hungard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Hungard's autograph off it, pal. So I'm sure that the person that bought that stuffed bear was Mr. Hungard himself.
Damn it, if you're going to buy murder recording supplies, don't sign your name. God damn it.
True.
My sight is failing me. This can't be. Come on.
Mr. Nick, if you faint, I can't catch you. I'm 9.
That's why we have a couch in the office. My fainting couch for when cases go really bad. I haven't had to use it yet. So, what about the spy camera we found?
That was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you for you to file away into evidence. I know you don't want to give up, pal.
Okay, we did get everything. Excellent.
Oh, 3 pages, getting closer to what it should be. Just gotta fill up that page now and hit a 4th.
I never thought. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Carita's room was mad on guard.
Why? Why would Mr. God do something like that? If he wanted to see Mr. Kawada shower, then he could have just asked.
I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Carrata in one of their rendezvous.
I bet it's not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera.
We're gonna go see him, to Mr. On Guard, I mean.
If that's where I'm supposed to go next.
I mean, I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I want to go back to school.
Me too. You know what? Me too.
I wonder what we'll find out next.
I mean, we can always just go back to shoot.
That's what I'm saying. I just want to go there.
I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. That on guard. What in the world have you done? Hold on, we gotta let's take the edge off a little bit first, Pearls.
Hey, it's Wilson a little. I'll give it some delicious water, pal.
Oh no, it's okay. I already.
The watering can. Where Mr. Watering Can?
Did he just call the watering can Mister?
Let's go see Shu.
Did we? I don't know that we've met her yet. Have we? And Bahamut, Lilica? Or Lycia?
Licia. Hold on.
Oh,
Licia.
Shu's gone.
There is no shoe. There never was any shoe.
Oh,
It's crazy.
is her full name Licia Shit Farts or whatever?
Yeah, okay, okay, we're still all good on the same page. Her full name's Liz Shart.
Oh, right, Liz Short. Okay. You're working really late, you know. It's already past 10, dude.
It's bedtime.
Lee Krappen, Schieten, Farten.
German kids shows.
Welcome back to Manny's Playhouse.
I think it's time you told me the truth.
Granted, German children seem to really love Skibbity Toilet, and I don't know why.
Skippity toilet.
In creeper.
Dude, relax. Don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to know, let's talk.
Do we really have all the evidence for that on guard?
They seem to be shooting us over in this direction, so we might.
Yes.
I'm not a hundo though.
Now let's hear what this secret of yours is. What if Mr. Kryda had been successful in this plan? What would he have disclosed?
I told you before, dude, I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I can keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on. I was in the middle of a nap.
Don't lie to me.
But you can ask
Wag
Mrs.
finger.
Andrews. She has my nap scheduled. Huh?
I know you paid close attention to Mr. Kryda, especially on that night.
So-
use of spy camera. This bear was in Mr. Kryda's room on the night of the murder. A bear that was supposed to be present from a present from a fan.
So, it's a present, dude. It actually looks kind of classy if you know what I mean. That bear
Yeah,
looks
it's
ready to
quite
get down to business. I'm getting a little lost in its beady eyes.
There's only one person I know. There's only one person I know who would buy an exact replica copy of Freddy Fazbear.
The jacket thing's a coincidence, man. He's ripping me off. I'm the famous one. He's a nobody, internet nothing. What color's his Bugatti?
Hey, you better hold your mouth, Matt. Pretty soon we'll be giving Undertale to the Pope.
Oh man, even I haven't met the Pope yet. I want to ride around in the Pope mobile.
Yeah, and I hear it's quite expensive to get a ride. Which is why it's very odd this gadget was found inside the bear.
Either gadget's gotta work, right?
Camera, I guess, is more specific.
This is a very small video camera. It was hidden inside this bear's eye.
Maybe it's a really curious bear?
Whatever this bear saw was sent somewhere using this transmitter. Which means someone on the night of the murder was secretly filming Mr. Kryda's room.
I guess Juan had a few of those kinds of fans too, huh, dude? Could you imagine
Actually-
getting badgered all the time by rampant fans of yours at your place of work and on and off the clock? Whoever is going through that must be going through hell.
Actually, I would say this bear, it was a present from a fan.
Are you sure, dude? I mean, who else could it be from?
The person who gave this bear to Mr. Kryda was...
Well, I mean, it's asking us for a person, and then it'll ask us for the receipt.
We don't have the— Fuck me, damn it! No!
That was the correct choice.
What did I even say?
The bellboy.
Fuck me, dude. I hate me, I guess. I
hate my life. Why does this always happen to me?
What am I fighting for? I'm gonna Adrian Andrews myself. Or I guess, sorry, Celeste Max myself.
The next person.
The worst part is I'm going to mess up one of these prompts again. Bear.
Alright, speedrun, Adam. Speedrun. Go to the prompts as quickly as you can. Don't make a mistake, but be quick.
Dude, I don't know what you mean. Okay, what did you get?
Alright, you can do this now, Adam.
You
Go
can.
quick.
Is the person who gave the bear to Mr. Kryda?
Yes.
Do we have evidence?
No, we don't have the
Well, I mean,
delivery
right now it's
man
just
who
saying
gave it to his
who-
house, but we do know who bought it for him.
Well, what does it say on the receipt? We didn't actually ever check.
Oh, what I was the R key is right next to the E key, which is where the mistake was, but we don't have the receipt. We know of it, but I don't know that it is
Yeah, we
evidence.
do.
Was that it right there?
What?
Wasn't it it?
Oh, why is it before? Oh, whatever. No!
Yeah, it's asking for a profile there.
I know. God damn it. I hate you.
We're not doing anything wrong.
No, you already did. That's the problem. Okay.
It's the
You
Magatama.
got me all fucking topsy-turvy.
You're welcome, Strummer.
If you're admitting that that's on purpose, then this is your fault.
Okay, it's my fault. Now you're doing more work. Now who's in a position of power?
Always you guys, because I ask you what to say at every point. What day is this? The second investigation day.
Day one.
No, this is new.
Hmm?
It's you.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay. Hey.
What now?
Now we've all had a lapse in judgment, alright?
No, it's your turn soon, bud.
No, okay, for some reason I thought you were still in the process of getting us back to where we were, but then like you stopped and were talking to somebody. Then I got
Oh,
confused.
okay. Yeah, no.
Mr. Onguard, don't you know this bear from somewhere?
I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, do you?
Aw, but he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend?
I'm sorry, I meet so many fans all the time. What else did the bear tell you? Our interpretation of Madangard is canon.
He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. Onguard.
Everyone say hi to Mr. Bear.
Hi, Mr. Bear.
Hi, Mr. Bear.
Hi, Mr. Bear. If I
Freddy Fazbear.
didn't know how you work in court, I think I was in some serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg.
Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret yet.
I assure you, Mr. Ungard, I've never seen anyone's legs. Well, do you have any proof?
Actually, that is false. We've seen the beautiful legs that hold up Edgeworth's beautiful rear.
Oh, true.
His posterior.
Well, do you have any proof you want to show me first?
Here is proof that is what you... That...
The
here is
receipt?
proof that is...
I hope.
Oh,
Proof that it was you. It's gotta be the... Oh, thank the Lord Jesus in heaven.
is it? What does it have to do with the camera?
It's that he bought the bear, so of course he put the camera in it.
Okay. I mean, okay.
Because we haven't proved that he bought the bear yet.
Yeah. I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. On Guard. It's from when you bought that stuffed bear.
Dude, all you can tell from this is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? The $3,800 could be that toothbrush I bought that one time.
A $3,800 toothbrush?
It's ivory, and it's got elephant hair for bristles.
Damn, bro, he's going all in. All in on the fucking endangered. See, it is 2001. Elephant hair. Is this what rich people use nowadays? Anyways.
Anyway, using anyway to change the topic of conversation is a convenient excuse for a weak man.
The store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase.
Also,
After
that
all,
I like to imagine the Mr. Edgeworth guys, after hearing that one line, are now like fucking wearing his T-shirts and selling it.
But it's such like a long quote. So like instead of it like going in a circle, it goes around like several circles and it's impossible to read. And of course it has Mr. Edgeworth's face like plastered in the middle.
bro, I'd buy one of those. Sounds awesome.
I would too. Could we like say we were popular? Could we sell T-shirts with like Mr. Edgeworth from Ace Attorney's face on it?
No.
I don't think we could. We could definitely have a
It'd
shirt
have to
that
be it'd have to be legally distinct bootleg Edgeworth, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, we could do like we could definitely do the circle, right? The using any way to change the yeah. And we'd make it maroon, like the shirt is the color of Edgeworth's like coat. Maybe even do like a cravat thing, like a tuxedo T-shirt, but a cravat.
Okay.
Using any way to change the topic. What a convenient excuse for a weak man is the quote. Oh, maybe, I'm not sure. Anyway. Dude, you should have said that earlier. Look, so can I ask you one thing?
Yes.
You're my lawyer, right, dude? So if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that?
Because if I don't know the truth, then I can't help you.
Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, look, let's stop talking about this, okay?
No, not yet.
But, pretty
I haven't
please.
asked why you set up that camera. What your secret is, of course, it would be strictly confidential.
So, what are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna find out what I want to know because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Karida's room and filmed it in secret is...
You guys got a game theory?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if we got... I don't think we got the evidence for it, unless it's like...
Is it just like the card or something?
I mean, I think it might have something to do with Celeste Impact's stupid suicide note, but like... Because it's a stupid suicide note. Oh wait, no! It's to catch Adrian Andrews and Mr. Karina in like an affair or something, right?
That's what Will Powers is saying. But it, remember that it was set to start filming at 8 nightly.
Okay, so it was to catch the secret then? Because, well, it was set at 8 nightly.
Yep.
But the only things going on at 8 were the fucking... The announcement thing that Juan was about to do, right? But
and the murder.
The announcement not be in his room.
Hey, bro, if he hired that assassin, he was about to have him go and kill him. He was like, "Yo, I gotta see this." Yo, bro, let me see this real quick so I can upload it to LiveLeak.
Live Leak account mattungard14@gmail.
Yeah, I mean, he'd been hovering over the card for so long that I feel like it just has to be it.
Oh, that's just because that's the last thing that Ivan said.
M.OnGuard.
What is this card?
Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This card is a certain man's calling card. And this man's name is Shelly the Killer, and I'm sure you know of him, don't you? At least his card.
The card from Shelly the Killer's card? That's ridiculous. Why would I know some shady scumbag like him?
If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden with the mention of his card? This is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. Can't afford to make any more mistakes now.
We can never afford to make any mistakes.
Mr. Matt on guard. I know why you know Mr. the Killer.
Please don't fuck me. Please. There's so many evidence prompts. Just say the answer, please. I'm begging you.
Just because everyone in Hollywood knows the Shelley D killer.
Martin, what are your thoughts?
I want to push the wrong answer.
Why? We can push wrong answers if we have help. That's what the help is for. But we don't have any. We can't afford to push wrong answers, and all our health is gone. So we can't. You're driving me crazy.
Hmm. Fuck, dude. It's tough. I see the merits of that first one. Martin, which one are you leaning towards?
I mean, maybe he knows about the killer because he was trying to take him down. We don't know.
It's true, like, dude, if he is a hero of justice.
What's it gonna be?
Martin, I wanna like.
Yeah.
Let's
say heads. We do what's
Oh,
right.
God damn
Tails, we
it!
do what's funny.
Oof, there we go. Take all the pressure off of me. Oh, that was a bad flip.
It's still your
Head's right.
fault.
Oh, it's heads.
Which one was that?
What's right?
Yeah, what's right?
Thank you, Coin. Oh.
You're a star.
So what's right? I still have to ask you guys. You understand that, right? I can't give you the answer, even if
What I
we
was
all
implying is
know
the
what
subject-
it means.
Well, I mean, what I was originally implying was doing what's morally right, but you know, I mean,
Oh,
now
fuck.
that you bring it up, that we can just now that you have to ask.
It's
us, I mean,
not
which
my
one-
decision to make. I'm just the one who gets annoyed. That's all. Because you haven't said what the right answer is, so I can't click it.
You're a superstar, Adam. Now
Fuck,
pick you're a
man.
star.
All right.
So what's it gonna be?
Because it flipped heads. Because it flipped heads. I say we'll say you're his client, just so that if we come
We'll
to another,
respect the original intention of the coin flip.
Two-Face.
we'll respect the intention of the coin flip. True.
I knew you would.
Just so that if we get to another instance, which is a coin flip, the coin can decide, knowing that we have listened to it in good faith. For if we break its faith in us now, how do we know that it can faithfully give us the proper answer when the needed time comes?
I do appreciate that. I appreciate that you tormenting me has some rules and guidelines I can count on, and it's not arbitrary nonsense. That makes me feel a little better. Thank you.
Would it make you feel better if I probably wasn't thinking that we would start picking the funny answer until you started telling us to please not pick the funny answer?
That was something I figured on, but I couldn't not make a scene because that's what am I gonna do? Not be funny? That action was predetermined the moment those three things popped up that it would go down exactly that way.
True. Oh man, that was I was like,
And wait, 3 more to go, guys.
all right. Whew, we can get through this, guys. Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So how would you know something like that?
Adam, can you change the stream a little bit and start being funny? Tell jokes, you know?
Nah, my jokes are just under the radar and really esoteric, and you just aren't smart enough to get it.
Because you're his client, that's why. You hired Shelly D. Killer to assassinate Mr. Juan Corrida. And the real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt Ungard.
And here I was, trying to be a good boy for you, dude. I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought, anyway.
Mr. Ungard, you really did hire.
Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway.
About time for what?
I think it's time you meet him now, Mr. Lawyer Dude. I'm saved.
What's up with all the multiple level Cyclops be all being lies?
Oh, damn, bro.
How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt on guard. We were given it like 5 or 6 evidence prompts that was fair ball game.
Bro, it's
Bro, we gained more energy than we lost, than we started with that.
Because it's impossible to gain or to lose more.
Bro, that doesn't
Why?
abide. That does not abide by the conservation of energy and matter. Human, you're not supposed to be down here. You're a strictly land-based species.
Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have.
You know, if this were if I had a bingo going and this were Bahamut, I would have gotten a bingo point right here. So you are Shelly D. Killer's client.
You didn't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, did you?
What do you mean?
And that woman, Adrian, was quite brave herself, trying to stick the crime on me. I didn't think she had it in her, but all I care about is that Juan is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer?
You're lying. What terrible...
Well, Doge, he actually did ask on guard if he was the killer, and he said no, and there were no Cyclops, because technically that's true.
It wasn't lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the thing that I haven't gotten. I know these theories are in your brains. I just want to hear them, because you guys are right and smart about things. Anyway, way past your bedtime, little girl.
I gotta fully formulate it in my head first.
I understand. I just like hearing you guys figure it out, that's all. Yeah, this is why he's got a...
I've always got it figured out. I've already got it calculated, but I gotta wait till I see the dots truly connect.
This is why he's got to watch Cocomelon all the time, so the rambunctious, terrible twos inner demon child doesn't come out. Because if you don't parent your kids by constantly filling their brain with Cocomelon, this happens. Canon.
Yeah.
Go on and let us grown-ups talk about more adult things.
But why? Why'd you hide the video camera and...
I wasn't talking to you, Dutch.
He's gonna upload it to LiveLeak.
A weakling soon believes the words of others. Just like that pathetic Adrian. Did you know that Miss Adrian Andrews was gonna kill herself?
I actually did.
It's hilarious, right?
Oh yeah, it's fucking hilarious. So he knew about Miss Adrian Andrews' secret.
But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins.
What?
Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess?
And that's why.
Yeah, that's where the video comes in. It's got his face and crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. That's right. That video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Right?
But why did you do something so wrong?
Because I'm a grown-up and I can. Good enough of an answer for you,
I
little
don't know
girl.
what fucking neurons fired in my head, but when, like, as the text was unscrolling and he said, but I'm a, like, G, like started out with G, like, my brain autofilled into gay.
But I'm gay.
I don't know what fired, or, like, nothing made, all I just, like, fucking, I vividly saw it. Like, I saw, like, 2 seconds into an alternate future.
Where he says
it, like,
he
read
killed
out,
Juan
but
Carita
I'm a-
because he's gay.
Yeah, it said, but I'm a gay man, and like I fucking like vividly, it was weird. It was like I literally saw the words gay on the screen. That was weird.
I've had moments like that. I know exactly what you mean.
So, why would you kill Mr. Carita?
Because he was about to sling so much dung onto my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they?
So this is all because of that press conference, isn't it?
Well, if Mr. Carita had been able to give it, then Mr. On God's secret would have.
Well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know? I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought.
And that's how Mr. Carita ended up dead.
Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used and thrown away. Put on a sweet, innocent face, and people will swallow anything you feed them, including this bizarre orange-brown beverage that I've spawned out of thin air. I don't want your gushers, girl. I brought my own.
That's gusher fluid.
Adrian fell for it, too. Adrian
But
fell
here
for
comes
it.
the airplane is so convincing.
Adrian fell for it. The assassin, too. Oh, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone all working their butts off for me, mad on guard, and I just got to kick back and watch my cocoa melon. Ah, did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet.
How could I have been so deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed Juan Carita, and you answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone.
Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was the killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a cat nap in my room. A properly scheduled one at that.
You killed Mr. Carita.
I dare you to say that in court tomorrow.
Grr.
No, too bad. You can't. You're my lawyer after all, aren't you? You'd always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How's that sound? Oh, but you can't, can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do.
Well, Mr. Maya.
You wouldn't want to test a killer. He's a man of his word, or so I hear. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours drone striked. What the fuck? You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose.
You scoundrel.
So if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I'd give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution.
I'll get you for this.
That's such a cliche phrase. You scoundrel, I'll get you for this. How could you have deceived me all the time? Juan said something just like that, if memory serves. Of course. Well, we all know how things turned out for him, don't we? Good night,
Tragic, yeah.
Mr. Lawyer. I got a
Good night.
date with Biggie Tom. I run this joint now.
Dude, him and Biggie Tom are best buds.
They watch Coco Melon together.
Biggie
You get a lot
Tom's
of
like
prison
a-
clout for sneaking an iPad in, just saying.
Biggie Tom's like an infant. It's the size of like a pickup truck.
Who rapes?
Yes. He only looks like an infant. It's really weird.
Oh, he's got like crazy baby face, but he's like 8 feet
Yeah.
tall and just this like rugged, hairy
He's
infant
8
baby
feet
looking
tall
man.
and like literally like 3 tons.
But he's
Like,
at least like 30
literally
to
the
40,
size of a
right?
pickup truck. Huh?
But he's literally like 30 to 40, right? Maybe he's a question mark as well.
I'd say he's like 32.
Okay.
It's like he's been in there since he was like 28 though.
What am I supposed to do? Ex Machina? Question mark?
Me?
And now you finally found out.
Oh, sorry.
Well, damn, Edgeworth, you got a good falsetto.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, did you like my Mia impression?
No, she's dead.
It doesn't stop me from doing a good impression. She was an excellent woman.
I appreciate that. Well, how would you feel if I did an impression of your dad?
I mean, was it a good impression?
I don't know. What'd your dad sound like?
Well, it's been a while, but I'm pretty sure.
Who voiced his dad?
Me.
It was you, yeah.
I'm holding this joke hostage.
It's up to you to do a good impression of my dad.
Fine. I never talked to your dad. I think I went over to your house like maybe once. Like, Mr. Redworth. I don't know. Don't. What do you call you, Mr. Redworth? Shut up. Shut up. I just had maybe the worst conversation I've ever had to have with anyone. What were you gonna say? Edgeworm.
I was trying to be supportive.
Try harder. Just talk about lawyer stuff. That's the only thing you're good at.
I'm also very good at impressions. What do you mean?
Fine.
That was a pretty good Mia impression.
Well, the starting line of this case.
Edgeworth.
I don't care for the horrid atmosphere in here. Let's return to the precinct.
Come
Also,
shoes
you
house.
don't get to talk to Adrian Andrews.
Not yet.
Well, right. What are you going to do? If you plan on changing your strategy. No. We can't do that. That's right. He's holding Maya hostage.
So your roommates trashed your apartment and left a note on the fridge. Yeah, fuck it. Can you send it to me?
Rate that apology.
What should I do?
Well, that's not something I can answer for you. But Mr. Edgeworm. Right. Only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I truly didn't understand what a prosecutor was.
That's okay. Guys, I think we were robbed! Exclamation point. They trashed the place, pick up all the crap, and see if anything's missing. Nick. Oh, you wrote this. Okay, I get it. So they trashed it, and then you wrote the note on the fridge to say that you think they were robbed, and telling them to clean up and see if anything's missing. This is extremely petty. And coming from someone who can be extremely petty, this is fantastic work. I
just don't know if it would work, because like all they would have to say is, "Oh, we didn't get robbed. We just had a party last night."
It's about the message. Yeah, no,
But
this
it's
is
more.
this is
It's about the message.
pictures of the robbing. Oh, are those Nerf darts on the floor? There's Nerf guns everywhere. Oh, I get it. Cause okay, you robbed guns. Okay, uh, it. Hmm, I don't know. You do you, but I don't think I would. Oh, bullet holes. Okay.
There was a shootout in the middle of our apartment. What the hell?
I wouldn't pull the trigger on that, but I guess it depends on your roommates and what kind of relationship you have with them. Oh, hey, if you've got your dad's approval, then I say go for it. I'm sorry, did you say this?
Yeah. And that's why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, right, it's your turn.
My turn? I don't want to take a year off. I can't afford
What is
that.
this thing? Well, what is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own.
I'm a lawyer. But to fight for someone who's clearly a killer. Mad on guard. That man is really...
It doesn't matter who. Every person deserves a proper defense and fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system?
Proper defense? What exactly is that? Also, I don't want to hear this from Mr. Oh, I'm gonna go get everyone declared guilty. I don't know, I guess this whole thing is coming from you post... Whatever. This is just rich. It's rich coming from you. You understand that, right? Look, is that where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery?
Ironic that you, of all people, should say such a thing.
But likewise.
Isn't that exactly how you've fought for your clients up until now?
Well, look, that may be true, but that's because I've believed in my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get unguarded acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. Look, I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. And I will be there to stand by you. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do.
Right. Would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong.
Huh?
We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone. That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say? But that's... You are a defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do.
People like you and Francisca von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth isn't with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict, for a man I clearly know to be guilty.
Francisca. She fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is her perfect win record. That's all.
And, isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record is a scoreboard, but you did. We're so petty.
I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you're mistaken.
What do you...
Thanks to you. When you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that things such as a perfect win record are meaningless. What? A scoreboard?
I don't believe you. Are you saying that's why you left the prosecutor's office? But then why? Why are you here now?
The answer to that is something you'll find out on your own. I have faith you'll see it before the verdicts are read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you'll be powerless to change the ending of this story.
The miracle will never happen.
Indeed.
But Mr. Nick, the transceiver.
I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Now then, Mr. Attorney, did you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow? Oh my, what is the matter, Mr. Attorney? Don't sense your usual anger this time.
Tell me, please. Why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. Unguard's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer?
Right.
Please don't misunderstand things. He is my client.
Don't toy with me. A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself.
I believe you are asking for a reason as to why I am doing what I am.
Yeah?
This is what I like to call my aftercare.
What the heck is aftercare?
My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, and it's a part of an assassin's duty.
An assassin's duty? An assassin's
Our
creed, if you will?
If you will.
High five, dude.
We were unlucky this time. My client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney, and to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end.
What is your name?
I believe I told you once before, however.
You did, but
My name is D. Killer. Shelly D. Killer.
You're Shelly D. Killer?
Edgeworm, not now.
Please keep in mind you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a D. Killer, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain,
Maya,
it would be my duty as an assassin to see it to it she receives a nice long nap.
No. What?
Now then, if you'll excuse me. If someone were to trace the signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. Oh, wow.
Mr. Maya. Mr. He's gonna kill Shu too.
wait, shoo. Hold on. That's perfect. Well, not the cat killing, but
I don't know what to say.
Edgeworth. Did you hear that? At the end of that transmission. See, I am good at impressions.
Oh, that. It sounded like a cat. A cat.
It can't be. That cat. Can it? He's the mastermind. I mean, no, but
What is it?
I think I know where Shelly the Killer is holding Maya hostage. Edgeworth, sorry. Have all the police units head for Unguard Mansion immediately. And rally all the Mr. Edgeworth guys. They'll lay down their lives for you. We're gonna have to fight an assassin.
Alright. You hurry over as well then.
Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun.
Yeah.
But first,
we'll go
the
fighting
hotel
against
lobby.
the assassin and his creed. Let's go back to the criminal affairs.
Oh,
department.
sorry, we'll go back in a second.
That bear moved.
What bear? I'm just kidding. Maya.
But please answer us, Mr. Maya. Well, we have the area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area.
I can't believe it. That butler. No way. He was so nice. He was the killer? The guy with the scars running down his face? And the last person to see Maya? and a myriad of other things. And the guy that sounds like has the exact same speech impediment as the Shut Like the Killer guy.
Well, he and On God were working together all this time. I'm sure they'd worked out a contingency plan ahead of time.
Can we, like, leave and go back to the, like, see if we can interrogate Adrian Andrews in the middle of this?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, it's a bear. But there are a lot of cuts in it for some reason.
A bear. Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Kurita? Why would something like that be here?
Right, look down. There's also a pet door installed here.
You know what to do, Pearl.
I'm sure that's for Shu.
Do you think that this came through that little door? It moved?
This door, it's locked.
Well, I'm pretty used to breaking down doors by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. There's no one here.
Just a suspiciously large-looking satellite.
I know, what the hell?
From the looks of this room, I'd say this is Matt on God's private lounge. And look at this right.
He also has a fainting couch for when his cases go bad.
We seem to point out several different things.
Oh, what were you saying? Was it
Well,
that antenna for
around
sending and
Pearl.
receiving radio signals in VCR?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we'll check inside the desk. If there's a tape, that would be an important piece of evidence. If we're lucky, it'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it, and we can watch the Blue Badger tape again.
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found. No. But there's no mistake that someone used this to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it.
Okay, now... Oh shit, it won't let me go anywhere but here.
Fuck.
I'm sorry, I don't think it would have let us leave. We've searched all over, but it looks like you got away.
I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time.
And now, we've lost our only lead.
Well, don't give up then. That little girl's looking to you to be her pillar.
Are you talking about yourself?
No.
But yeah, you're right.
We're close, I can tell. We've already set up the checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us.
Maya. Alright, Edgeworth, let's pop one. We're gonna get him and we're gonna celebrate.
Wow. I've never seen so many bottles all in one place before.
Well, I guess when you're a star, you have so much money you can buy anything you want.
Including orange wine somehow.
Yeah, what is that? The light doesn't filter in all the way, so it's kind of hard to see. It looks like there are crates and cardboard boxes tied up with wire here.
Damn.
Maya, is that you in there?
Well, I mean, what about the little doll thing on the floor? That's a pretty heavy door, isn't it? I can't open it by myself. Please don't shut me in here by accident, okay, Mr. Nick?
If I were locked in a place like this, I'd be plenty scared too, trust me. This?
Das photo.
This looks like a picture of Mrs. Impax. With love, Celeste.
Miss Impax? You mean...
Yes, Mr. Kurita's former manager, which I feel I need to explain to you for the umpteenth time.
Well, why would a picture of Miss Impax be here at Mr. God's mansion?
And why does it say with love? This might be a clue. Oh, what's wrong, Pearls?
Wait, please let me stick that picture frame.
What's so special about the frame?
On the back. There's something written on the back of the frame.
Only the Fays know to check the back of evidence.
True.
But then how come Emma and Alana were the ones to teach us how to investigate 3D evidence?
Because they also have the common sense gene.
It's Mystic Maya. She left us a message.
What? Been a bit. I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? You get that creepy slime bag of not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever. I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Or space. It's a tiny picture.
She wrote on the tiny picture.
Oh, now I'm taking up more space by complaining. Shoot! And then below that, there's like a lot of eraser marks where there was clearly more to this, but she decided against it. Pearly, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for that helpless lunk. Yeah, Nick, ha! That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll take my... Shit, I didn't read... Did you guys see that?
No, I don't.
That's no, Mr. Meyer, she died. Her last words were, "I shouldn't have wrote that."
No, she has to be fine, right?
Right. What's wrong? Why the blank stamp?
Oh, nothing.
We've searched the house, and this is the last room. It looks like he eluded us.
Edgeworth.
Yes.
As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm going to get. But I'm still short one last thing.
And what's that?
I kind of wanted to do it while this whole thing was going down, but... Miss Andrews' psych lock. If I could just find out what secret she's holding, then I think I stand a chance in court tomorrow. To blow this case wide open and expose the truth.
I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. 11 o'clock is past our bedtime.
Yeah. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, Pearls. It's time to open that last lock.
Oh, wow.
Good evening, Mr. Ray. What's wrong? You're sweating.
Mrs. Andrews. I've come to remove your psych lock.
What the fuck does that mean?
I'm sorry, I'm really tired right now. He's a fucking Phoenix is like deliriously tired. It's 11. I was supposed to go to bed at 8 o'clock.
The stupid case has got me up. I want to know, and you'll tell me your secret.
Fine, go ahead. Try and break me. See if I.
She's already breaking down. But of course it's 11, past her bedtime. Can you pretty please tell me why you framed Mr. On Guard for the murder, please?
I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer.
No, that's not it. Oh, right, this.
Ravange?
Okay, alright.
The picture, right?
The picture. The- This is a photo of Mrs. Impacts, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though.
W.
With love, Celeste. This is Mrs. Impact's handwriting, isn't it?
Where did you find this? No, that's alright. It was a rhetorical question.
Yeah, it is. But I'm gonna answer anyway. Are you so stupid you even answer rhetorical questions? I don't know, do you? I found this at Mr. Unguard's mansion.
And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed.
Aha!
Full health,
Oh.
baby. We gained energy.
Fucking A. Oh my god.
Celeste. She was supposed to get married to Juan.
Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out.
Well, because Mr. Karaya didn't want to get married to her anymore, right? Yes. Because of Matt. But because of Mr. Unguard? Well, what do you mean?
I think I can see where this is going. She's free.
Celeste. She was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at the time. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together.
So that's why, with love, Celeste is written on the back of the picture.
They were a couple, weren't they? It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Also, that was Pearl, but whatever. Celeste was being used, toyed with until she was thrown away. That's so horrible. Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. And that's where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him. Even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were a good match, and they were even planning to get married. And then, it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called off the wedding, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste.
I see. So that's what happened.
But then why did Mr. Kreider have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all. It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for what would hurt Juan the most. Oh, poor Miss Impax. That wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds, and so that she would never be hurt again by Matt, she chose to die. Then when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note. But why would he do that? It's simple. Juan realized that note was a powerful weapon against Matt, and would be especially damaging to his refreshing, like a spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge.
Revenge. There's that word again.
Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. At a time that would cause Matt his most damage, of course.
And that was at the press conference after the stage show.
I know all about it because I heard it from Juan. It was also so I could find out about all that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another, after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was gonna burn it. I'd even brought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note. And that's when revenge crossed my mind.
Sorry.
Yes, I was going to bring them to my own kind of cruel revenge. Celeste was killed by those two monsters. So when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still gonna help that man?
I'm a lawyer.
I see. What a foul profession.
Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me.
It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway.
I can't sleep either. Not with Maya's situation, or with what I know now.
Oh,
What
Oh,
if-
we're sure as heck gonna try, ain't we?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Brazy.
That was pretty heavy. Oh shit. Surprise.
Mia rises from the dead. Oh.
How did I get into this mess? You guys remember this from the beginning? What have I done wrong?
I cannot allow you to go on like this.
But I'm just a simple defense attorney. And why can you never sound intimidating?
Silence, you are no longer worthy of your title.
He's so soft-spoken.
Crazy.
I've had this dream before. Someplace, some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny. Today I'll stand in court as a lawyer. To prove a killer innocent. What a fucking banger case. I love this one so fucking much. God damn. Yes.
Mid. This one's mid,
Yeah.
overrated. This one fucking sucks.
Oh, no.
The
Yes.
twist villain should have been Celeste Impacts the whole time.
I want to go back. Turn around, big top. Turn about,
Yep.
big top.
Oh boy. Sorry if that went on later than you wanted, but I knew we were like right there from finishing the investigation.
Weird. Shit's crazy.
Yeah, a couple more episodes and Justice for All is done. Probably around the start of November, I'm guessing, or even before Halloween if we actually stream most weeks, but we shall see.
Blue
Good
lawyer
night,
jump
Trimmer.
scare.
But yeah, I won't waste your time. Good night, guys. This was yeah.
Good night.